Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dig into a story about a 72-second blip from space. A blip that might just have been our first hello from an alien world. Or, maybe something else entirely. Okay, let's set the scene. It's August 15th, 1977. An astronomer is just, going through these long printouts of data from a telescope. And then he sees it. Something so completely out of the blue that he just circles it and scribbles one word in the margin. Wow. And just like that, one of science's biggest mysteries got its name. So, where did this all happen? Our story kicks off at Ohio State University at a place they called the Big Ear Radio Telescope. And when I say big, I mean it. Picture an instrument about the size of 3 football fields, built for one purpose, not to look at the stars, but to listen to them. And the folks working there, they were on this incredible quest, probably one of the biggest questions we can ask, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. You've probably heard of it as SETI. They were just listening, patiently listening to the sky, hoping to find an answer to that one huge question. Are we alone out here? All right, so fast forward a few days. An astronomer, Ehman, is doing the pretty boring job of looking over these printouts. It's mostly just cosmic static, page after page of it. But then, boom, he sees a string of letters and numbers that just doesn't belong. It was so weird, so completely out of place, he had to stop and grab his pen. So what did he see? Well, for exactly 72 seconds, the Big Ear had picked up this incredibly strong, clear signal. It got louder, hit a peak, and then faded away as the telescope moved past whatever was sending it. I mean, it was a picture-perfect detection of something passing by. But why all the fuss over a 72-second blip? I mean, what made this so special? Well, this wasn't just random noise from space. The signal had this checklist of features, and it ticked every single box for what scientists thought a real, intelligent message from aliens would look like. It was kind of the holy grail. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. What was it about this signal that was so amazing? Let's break it down. First off, this thing was loud. And I mean really, really loud. The signal was a whopping 30 times stronger than the normal background static of space. This wasn't a whisper, you guys. This was like someone shouting in a library. Okay, second point, and this one is absolutely key. It was a narrow-band signal. So what does that mean? Think of it like this. Nature is messy. Things like exploding stars send out static across the entire radio dial. But this was super focused on one tiny, specific frequency. And that kind of precision, well, that screams technology, not nature. And then was the frequency it was on, 1420 megahertz. Now, for a radio astronomer, that number is basically magic. It's a huge deal. So why is that number so special? Because 1420 megahertz is something called the hydrogen line. It's the frequency that hydrogen, the most common element in the entire universe, naturally gives off. For years, scientists had been saying, hey, if an advanced civilization wanted to broadcast a message for everyone to hear, they'd probably use this frequency. It's like the universal meeting point on the radio. And wouldn't you know it, that's exactly where the wow signal showed up. So let's recap. You've got a super strong signal, a technologically precise signal, and it's on the perfect alien calling card frequency. The excitement was just off the charts. You better believe astronomers scrambled to find it again. And they knew just where to look. They'd pinpointed the signal's origin to this one little spot in the sky over in the direction of the constellation Sagittarius. So they had their target locked. But here's the thing. They aimed the Big Ear right back at that spot. Later, they used even more powerful telescopes to look. And they listened. And listened. For hours, then days, which turned into decades. And nothing. Just static. Complete and total silence. The signal had just vanished. And this is where the mystery really gets deep, right? You have this perfect signal, heard for 72 seconds, and then it's gone forever. That silence, that incredible frustration, has made scientists look at every single possibility, from the totally wild to the kind of boring. I mean, That's the question that's been bugging SETI researchers for almost 50 years now. If it wasn't aliens saying hi, then what in the world, or, out of it, could possibly create such a perfect signal that only happens once?
Well, the theories pretty much boil down to three main ideas. First, the one we all want to believe. It was a real signal from an ET civilization. Maybe a beacon, like a cosmic lighthouse, that just happened to sweep across our planet for a moment. The second idea? It was some super rare, freaky natural event that we've just never seen before. And the third, more down-to-earth theory? It was just a radio signal from right here on Earth that bounced off some space junk and tricked the telescope.
And here's the hard part. Without ever hearing it again, we just might never know for sure. So the wow signal has gone down in history, not as the moment we proved we weren't alone, but as something way more complicated. It really captures the whole up and down nature of searching for aliens. On one side, it's the most promising thing we've ever found, a signal that was, for all intents and purposes, perfect. But on the other side, it's the most frustrating puzzle imaginable. A one-time event, a ghost in the data that we can't explain or find again. And that's exactly why, even after all this time, people still call it the most tantalizing, most mysterious detection in the history of SETI. It really is the big one that got away. So where does that leave us? We're stuck with this incredible question. Was the wow signal a message in a bottle, intentionally thrown across the cosmic sea? Or was it just a random, fleeting whisper in the dark that we'll never be able to explain? After almost half a century, the honest answer is we still don't know. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes this story so unforgettable.